horrible time to get a phone call. Should I take the call on air, guys? It's my dad. Alright, people. A lot of people are telling me to tighten it up. I find that offensive. Sound not working and picture frozen. That's because the live didn't start yet. Calling a crackhead to get the stream live. The stream is live, guys. Who is running the stream? Nobody. Well, that's kind of rude to me. I think I need about 7 more vapes for this to be like canonically appropriate. Very unprofessional. Oh my god, you guys. So much hate. Is this normal? Do I normally get this amount of hate? It's crazy. Did I get my hair done? Thank you. I did. I have beach waves right now. I'm in hell. Oh yeah. Let's see if I can figure this out.
And it makes me cry to even look at him. We're gonna arrest you! And it makes me cry.
To even look at him. Thank you very much. Okay. How do you type with such long nails? It's a great question. With this kind of keyboard, it's actually fine. But when I'm on my MacBook, it's a waking hell at all times. Thank you for the question. RM is looking different. I'm not sure what you mean. Frankly, you sound kind of crazy.
That's in the Bible!
Okay. Hi. I talked to you like 2 years ago in the waiting room. Interesting. Sounds like me. Sounds like something I would do. Ooh, but seems like... How do you answer all those comments with boxing gloves on? This is a question I get a lot. And frankly, it's private. And the answer to that is secret. New newsman just dropped. What is everyone saying a new RM just dropped? I'm not really understanding. You guys sound kind of crazy. Okay. So if I knew how to screen share the internet, which I don't, I would share some news stories with you guys. But the old RM has his mouse sensitivity set up to a crazy degree that I am just not used to. And so clicking anything is just really hard for me. Clicking anything makes me feel like I'm...
Toilet.
A toilet, exactly. Chat, why are you treating RM differently? Thank you. All he did was get a haircut. Actually, what I did was get extensions, but thank you for noticing that I look probably better, right? Like, worlds better, I think a lot of people are saying. He looks the same to me. Thank you, Lamp. Finally, some sensible people in the chat have arrived. Is there melatonin in that vape because I'm getting sleepy? I feel like that's an insult. I feel like you're saying I'm not retaining your attention. And to that, I say, I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry about that. All right, ask questions. Ask anything, because I'm going to give it to you straight. I know usually I get on here and I like make jokes and this and that, but this time I'm going to be really serious and just give you the truth. Will LeBrun, okay, first of all, you're spelling his name wrong. It's LeDron, but will LeBrun be making an appearance? That guy owes me $10. He owes a lot of people money. He owes a lot of people money, and I think he might be on the run. Pennsylvania Sister Brown. Okay, I feel like that's a reference I'm not getting. I'm sure that's funny, and I'm just not getting it. Okay. Let's take a trip around the soundboard, guys, because frankly, there's not much else to do because, as previously mentioned, I don't know how to screen share the internet.
I've been in bed with probably 300 women.
It's not even that much.
I like women, not men. I never sucked any ding-dongs.
A crystal flute.
Okay, sorry, that's boring. Arun is nothing without extensions. Thank you, guys. Okay, what do you think I should do next? Do you think I should shave my head? Can you draw a cute sloth on the whiteboard? So, I'll try. Wait here, please. Okay, the answer is no, I don't see any markers. Sorry. Imagine it. How about imagine it? Okay? How about draw your own sloth? R.M. Brown, who? Oh, never heard of him. Hey, everyone, excuse me, never heard of him, never will. It's a great point. It's a great point. That's a point you want to be making when you go to...
Beat a kid in Walmart.
Am I doing okay, guys? Hunter Biden. The Hunter Biden story, you guys, here's the thing about that, okay? Obviously, he's a horrible person. He sucks ass, right? Obviously. But is it not kind of funny also? And it sucks that a lot of right-wingers have kind of co-opted all the conversation around the social media platform censoring that story, because that did actually happen. That did actually happen to benefit the Democratic Party. And it sucks that only crazy right-wingers talk about it, because it makes you feel crazy for talking about it. But social media censorship is a real issue, and I think the left should be talking about it just as much as the right. Hunter just got pardoned by his papa. I saw it on the internet. Wow, see, that's something I would see on the internet had I the ability to share my screen and browse. But again, I don't know how to do that. All I know how to do is read the chat. Ask questions. Ask me anything about me, RM Brown, because I will have all the answer. And
that's how it flows.
Where's my unstable newsbit at? I'm right here, you guys. I'm right here. It's just a haircut. Don't treat me differently because of it. RM, did you see that your subreddit made front page last week? No way. What post? Tell me what post. I feel like around election time, political posts, do better. So maybe it's something about that. Do you have a favorite soundbite? All right. Thank you for the question. Yes, I do. And it's obviously this one.
Give us pizza or give us death.
I don't know if you guys have seen the original video that comes from. It's pretty funny. Really classic New York guy right there. Hegseth mommy email. I don't know what any of those words mean. I'm gonna just have to move on from that.
I'm leaving.
Just kidding, I'm not. I'm here forever. You're stuck with me. So, a lot of you have been asking why I look different. And I think it's time to come clean. I'm not RM Brown.
I'm out in Miami, ho.
I killed him. And I'm now running the stream. Oh my god, way too many. But would you rather teeth for hair or hair for teeth? Okay, teeth for hair. Does that mean that what's now this is a great question. Every strand of hair is now a tooth? Or how many teeth does the human body have? Do we know? I'm gonna count them really quick in my mouth. This seems like a not accurate way to do it. I think if it's the normal amount of teeth that we have that just become on the head, I'm fine with that. But if it's the amount of hair that we have, that amount of teeth, that seems like a lot. And would the teeth fall out? Like, would you have tooth pain on your head? I don't know. Hair for teeth seems fine because I could just kind of snip it, cut it down, and just have really short hair in my mouth, and it's like no problem. No one would even have to know. Where is his body? And more importantly, have you harvested it yet for organs? Legally, I don't think I'm going to answer that on the internet. This is a human man. Yes, it is. You would need to shave your gums. Right, that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying once you shave those gums, isn't it kind of fine? You just kind of shave them periodically. And well, I guess, would you be able to speak without teeth? Would you be able to speak without teeth? What do you guys think? How would you chew? You wouldn't. What I'm picturing is the hairs in your mouth. You keep it short. You don't let it grow out of the mouth like a crazy person. It's like basically you have a shaved hair in your mouth, which is basically no hair. And then you get like fake teeth or something. Whereas the hair for teeth situation, the teeth for hair situation seems worse. But then again, you could always cover that up with a wig, which is what I'm doing now. Our news bit has fallen. I think I'm up, guys. I think if anything, I am risen, if you think about it. Rihanna Marie Brown, thank you for the compliment. Hello, Arun, you grew your hair more. Guys, this has always been my hair. I think, what did you guys get in Discord and decide to do some sort of group joke? You do a group joke on the substitute teacher. You all got together and decided you would talk about my appearance all evening and pretend I look different or something. It's funny, I'll give you that. But it's predictable, I'm having a hard time doing the show. You and me both, baby, because this mouse sensitivity is not what I'm used to. How come Hunter gets a pardon, but I can't get a partner? Okay. Let me think about that. Have you considered that you're not showing up for the people in your life? And maybe no one wants to partner up with you because you don't know how to hold space for them properly. You're not partner material. This is just what people are saying about you. I don't know you personally. Okay, someone wants the Hill Rising theme. Let's see if it's somewhere on here.
Every single person on this planet is gay.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm leaving.
But I'm not. You're stuck with me. Bring the whiteboard down. Guys, I don't have markers. If someone in the area wanted to, throw a marker in the frame, then maybe I'd be able to give these people what they want. Did RM suffer, and why not? Oh, why not if no? I'm not suffering right now. I feel pretty good. I feel pain-free right now. If someone is speaking in the other room, they should know that I can't hear them. They should know that they should text me if it's urgent. CIA black site. Here's the thing about the CIA, people. The CIA is not as powerful as it once was, but that doesn't mean that the ruling class, for which it has worked since its inception, isn't either, because now it works through a multitude of both government agencies and private partners, if you know what I mean. Mommy can do no wrong. Thank you, but I'm daddy, and let's remember that. What's your favorite episode of Seinfeld? I really like, how am I going to remember what it's called? I really like Curb more than Seinfeld. I feel like it does more for me, but I do recognize that Seinfeld, for its time, was super groundbreaking and revolutionary and did what it had to do. But Jerry Seinfeld, on the other hand, in present day, can kiss my ass. He sucks. But obviously, he's a rich white billionaire. I love AI. Try that again, Lamp, because it seems like you have a typo in there. Either that or I'm not understanding what you're saying. You're the voice of Gretchen AI. Thank you for the compliment. I want to hang from the chandelier. Oh, okay. You meant Sia. You want to swing from the chandelier is actually the lyric. Get it right, Lamp. That could have been resolved with a quick Google search. A little bit of research before you come into this chat, please. Is Peter Thiel hanging out in the room behind you? Is this now a crypto podcast? Peter Thiel can do no wrong. Peter Thiel, what we have to remember about Peter Thiel is that even though all of his companies are intimately involved with building the surveillance state, is that he's actually super anti-establishment, and he's actually my friend, and he's actually working for us, for the people. And it's weird that people don't understand that. Please do the Grimes voice. Okay, let's see if I can find that. Which of course I can, because I do this every day and I know where everything is on this soundboard. Please do the Grimes voice. The Grimes voice, is it going to be, it's not going to be a drop. It's going to be a setting on my voice. So where would it be? Well, here's what I can do. Who asked me to do the Grimes voice? Colby, here's what I can do for you. I can do this. Okay? I can do the Grimes face. But I'm sorry, I can't do the Grimes voice. Because I think it's offensive, and I think it's racist. All the shit that's funny about Seinfeld was written by Larry David. Exactly. I agree with that. I just like Curb as a show better. But I agree that Larry David should get all of the flowers for Seinfeld's funniness. Can you run an ad paid by a 16Z now, please? I don't know what that means, Jim. Jim, can you rephrase that, please? I don't know what you're saying. Is that an authentic blue RM Brown sweatshirt? Why wouldn't it be, as I am RM Brown? Thank you for the question. RFK's wife. I liked her. I thought she was great on that show. What do you have to say? What do you think about RFK's wife? Are you saying she was the funniest part of the show? I thought it was cool. I think it's so funny that that's RFK's wife. But hey, I wonder if she's into the environmentalist stuff, or if she sees his environmentalist endeavors as like, oh, look at my cute little husband. Let him go do his thing. Oh, he loves that. Like almost like a child. I wonder if she's like a power couple with him in that regard, or if she sees that as his like eccentricities. It's hilarious when Jerry kills Newman. Violence is never the answer, and it's never funny. It's certainly not hilarious. Lamp. I like the name though, Lamp. I like the name. As a moth myself, I find myself very attracted to you right now. We look at it and we say toilets. That is something I can do. We look at it. Hey, Hunter, stop typing. You're typing too fast. We look at it and we say
Toilet.
Okay. All of a sudden, we're questioning whether RM Brown is RM Brown. Weird. I agree. I still think you guys all got together in Discord and decided to like do some sort of coordinated prank where you're pretending I look different. It's funny. But it's getting old. Was funny. I don't like Seinfeld, just Kurt for me. Thank you, Duke. Thank you, Duke Vulture. That's what I'm talking about. Duke Vulture is the chosen one right now. Duke Vulture is not terrible, but this is the only thing I can think of to click right now.
You're terrible.
But you're not.
You're terrible.
But rather you're not, Duke. If you're really RM Brown, then hello to you too, Davey. Drain the muscular swamp. It is the thing we need to do in this country. Drain the muscular swamp. But, and that's, can't argue with that. It's obviously true. It'll be better for the country. Less corporate influence. Less showers. But, I will miss the muscular swamp when it's gone. RM, did you figure out if you can get access to the InfoWars studio through Onion? Yes, I did, and I have. And that's actually where we're broadcasting from right now. Let RM be whatever toilet he identifies as GDI. Is that goddammit? Let RM be whatever toilet he identifies as. Goddammit. I like that. Lamp, I'm coming around on you. I had an issue with you earlier, but you're resolving it with that one. I like Star Crash better than Star Wars. Charlie Kirk me otherwise. I don't know what any of those words mean. What's the difference between a swamp and a bog? Great question. So obviously I know what a bog is, but for the idiots in the chat, maybe you want to define that for me and then I can answer more clearly. Let me Google it on my phone because I don't know how to screen share as previously established. Bog define. Let's see what we got. Who was it in here that was telling me how do I type with these nails? Because frankly, you just proved your point. A bog. Okay, here's the dictionary definition of a bog. Is everybody listening? Wet, muddy ground, too soft to support a heavy body. Okay. Kind of specific. Okay, I'm Googling bog versus swamp. Okay, bogs and swamps, you asked for this. This is the content that you asked for. Bogs and swamps are both types of wetlands, but they differ in several ways, including soil. Bogs have low nutrients, acidic and saturated soil. Swamps have mineral soils with poor drainage. I mean, I think it goes without saying that swamps have mineral soils with a poor drainage, people. I don't know what to do with you. I don't even know where to begin if you guys don't know that. Have you guys been using the AI overview that comes up when you Google something now? Or are you return and you refuse it and you scroll down to the actual Google results? Let me know, because I'm of two minds of this. One, I'm lazy, so that's the main mind. But on the other hand, I do think it is kind of a scary path where we have this, private corporation with very well-documented ties to the military intelligence industrial complex. I say things like that because I'm really smart. Kind of telling you what the truth is. And obviously Google search was already bad, and there's tons of evidence about, election interference from platforms like Google. But at least it was giving you several results before. And sure, most people only look at the first 3 results. We rarely go past the first page of Google, but at least you still had the option to kind of pick your source when you were looking for the answer to a question. Whereas with this AI overview stuff and with chatbots like ChatGPT, another, unaccountable private corporation, OpenAI, with a lot of military intelligence connections, you're just getting one answer and they're like, here's the truth, here's one answer, right? And so I don't love that, right? Because obviously, when you're asking whether it's a swamp or a bog, that's pretty harmless. But what happens with, other topics? That's where it gets a little bit hairy. Kira says, I scroll down, it seems inaccurate at times. I totally agree. And it is inaccurate because, again, it's just a large language model, right? And there are tons of funny examples of people, getting the AI overview to say like, oh, if you want your pizza cheese to stop sticking together, put glue on it, like, silly stuff. But what happens when it's not that blatantly ridiculous? What happens when it's like something political, or something that could sway a election? That is where it gets a little weird. Do our phones listen passively in order to serve us ads? True or false? Yeah, I think that's pretty true. I don't think that's even controversial anymore. I think it's in a lot of the terms, and there's tons of reporting on that stuff. And yeah, our phones. Well, what it is that you give different apps permissions, right? So you give Instagram permission to listen, whatever. You give, the Google search app permission or whatever, and then it uses your phone's microphone. And sure, again, it can be kind of harmless. Okay, maybe it's going to serve me a vape that it knows I want to buy based on my previous purchasing behavior, based on conversations I'm having out loud. That's kind of harmless, even though I think that's pretty gross too, but it's technically harmless. But if it's listening, right, if that data is being collected, it's being stored, right? It's being databased. And that means our behavior is not only being monitored, but it can be gamed out, right, by large spy agencies, as well as the private corporations with which they partner, which often work not in the public interest, but in the interest of a small ruling. People have already died because of AI. Duke, what are you talking about? Are you talking about because like a chatbot gave them dangerous information, or are you talking about something else? Because there's an environmental conversation too, but I think that's even a little bit besides the point. I think to me, the biggest concern with all of these quote unquote AI models and all of this data collection, is the predictive markets that it will enable, that the ruling elite would love nothing more than to have. You hear those ads, they do influence your behavior. Correct. Your songs are the only ethical use of AI. Thank you. I can do no wrong. And that's because I am brown. And that's also because, where the fuck is the daddy? Oh my god, can I curse? Where the heck is the daddy can do no wrong thing? All right, you're getting Uber cars.
Uber cars.
Okay. What happens when it's mushroom identification? Duke, I don't know what you mean. Please rephrase. I don't know what that means. It's not harmless. It's definitely not harmless. Why is Spotify suggestions still shit, though, if they can tell when I sing along? Huh? Let me read that again. Why is Spotify suggestions still shit? Okay, let's do a little live edit. Why are Spotify suggestions still shit? And yes, correct grammar and syntax, is stupid, and hanging on to that stuff is a legacy of colonialism and imperialism, and the idea that English language is important is stupid. Anyway, why are Spotify suggestions still shit, even though if they can tell when I sing along? I don't know what you mean, Jen. I need you to rephrase that. I'm sorry, I'm stupid. Please rephrase that. Patty Bet David can do no wrong. Again, I would love to find that button. Where is it? Okay, let's just go left to right. I'm going to scan the whole soundboard, and I will find the daddy can do no wrong. Twitching and twisting.
Twitching and twisting.
God bless you.
I'm having a hard time.
She spit on them. Where the hell is daddy can do no wrong? If I find this, that's a win.
The wind burned her a little bit.
It's kind of a deeper cut.
Iluma.
Where the hell is daddy can do no wrong? This is boring, so I'm going to stop looking in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Didn't find it. Sorry, but that's creepy. Do you think Margot Robbie takes a dump? Do I think Margot Robbie takes a dump? I'm going to go with no, because she's a Barbie, and I don't even think they have genitals. I'm worried RM has soundboard amnesia. It's weird, because I do this all the time. You'd think I'd know exactly where all of these things are. But I'm feeling kind of different tonight, you guys. I'm feeling kind of weird. I'm feeling kind of like...
It's weird.
A crystal poop. That's funny. Why is that funny? That shouldn't be funny. You just replace one word with another. And yet, I laughed. Okay. This is RM's full moon form, and this form forgets where the buttons are. Thank you. Thank you. A sensible explanation, Baniel. Thank you. Fun name, Baniel. Baniel Darren. Is it because your name is Daniel Barron? Did I dox ya?
New York City is nothing without pizza.
So I'm not in New York City right now. I'm in a place where the pizza is just... No, it's really bad. But I've discovered something, and it's kind of a confession, if you guys really want to take it there. It's kind of a confession, because, and I'm honestly kind of scared to even admit this, but here I go, and I am RM Brown. I've been kind of hitting up Whole Foods Pizza. Sorry, I hate Jeff Bezos. I don't want to shop there. But the pizza's kind of good. Not in New York, obviously. That's stupid. Don't go to Whole Foods for pizza if you're in New York or Chicago or Boston or New Jersey, whatever. Okay, we get it. But it's kind of good for where I am. Anyway, sorry. I'm sorry. I hate Jeff Bezos. I don't pay for Amazon Prime anymore. So give me that. Can you give me that? Show me the proof. Show you the proof that I don't pay for Amazon Prime anymore. I can't. You're just gonna have to take me at my word. I don't have any proof for that. RM. If you forage mushrooms... Okay, Duke's gonna lay down some information. If you forage mushrooms, you need to identify them before consumption. Okay? So far, so good. I'm on board. People have used AI to publish mushroom identification books with false information. Interesting. All mushrooms are edible. Some you can only eat on sea. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Eat on ice? Eat once. Sorry, you definitely mean eat once. Some mushrooms are edible, some you can only eat once. Interesting. If something's poisonous, you'd think even once would do the trick. Whole Foods is nothing without pizza. Thank you, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry for supporting that man. It is very weird. I agree, you guys. I agree. What do you guys want to talk about? Let's get serious. Can I take this mic off this thing? Yeah. Let's get serious. Let's get introspective. I've been flirting with the idea of going to law school recently. And I was like taking step towards it. I was like telling the people in my life I was going to do it. It was a whole thing. And then I talked about it with my therapist, Jeff Bezos. That's really funny. Actually, let me try to do that. Jeff Bezos. Okay, thank you. Thank you for the idea, Dylan. I was toying with the idea of going to law school. And then I talked about it with my therapist, and we kind of uncovered my true motivations. And it was that I was trying to get into a field that would take over my life, because that's obviously what happens when you go to law school, and then, for several more years as you're like a new lawyer. And now I can't do it anymore. Now that I know what that was all about, I can't pretend I don't. So, serious mode is engaged, Daniel. And you guys know me. I mean, you've known me for years. You know me. You know who I am, right? You know that this is something that I've always kind of been destined for, going to law school, but it's no longer my future. Post Forward says, I, from NYC area, where Post Forward, I'm going to stop you right there. Because if you're from Connecticut and you're calling yourself from NYC area, I don't like that. So be more specific. No. Doesn't sound like you're from NYC. I, from NYC area, had to eat pizza with townies in Ohio yesterday. Sad. That is sad. I'm sorry. What was on the pizza? How crispy was it? Did it have flop? Could the sauce stand on its own? Did it have enough flavor? Did you have to hit it up with garlic and Parmesan and oregano and red pepper? Or was the slice flavorful enough on its own? Please let me know. We're all dying to know. Jim Dandy says, write a book. I've written several books, and if you're not familiar with my book discography, what would you call that? With my book discography, what would that be? My works? My collection of works? That's on you. I am RM Brown. Just saying. We know you, and we'd know if it weren't you. Yeah, exactly. I know. Some people in here, like, think it's funny to, I don't know, they're just saying I look different, but it's probably just the lighting. Your mic is clipping. Sorry. I'm sorry. You know what? I shouldn't put it that close to my face, probably. Thank you for the information, TK. TK Louie, the comedian, thank you for that information. Biblioteca. I totally agree. But have you considered La Libreria? Have you considered that, Hunter Star? And have you considered Donde está la biblioteca? I don't think you have, so I think you need to sit on that. I think you call it a library. Is it a library? Like if I say like, oh, I'm a music artist, like here's my discography. Oh, I'm an author, here's my library. Is that right? You sound like the kind of person that knows what you're talking about, so I'm just gonna say it's right. Why do you guys call it canola oil if it's not from Canada? Let me help you out there, because canola is a different word than Canada. That's the answer to that. I believe canola oil is rapeseed oil. Is that right? Or is that something else? Canola, or is canola corn? Here's the thing about subsidies in America, folks. They're going to be the death of us all. Canola oil defined. We're going to get to the bottom of this right now. Yeah, it's rapeseed oil. I don't love that name. So I guess that's why we call it canola oil. Rapeseed oil is a vegetable oil. You asked for this. Rapeseed oil is a vegetable oil that comes from the seeds of the rape plant. It's used in cooking and is found in salad dressings, baked goods, and fried foods, and pretty much like every processed food in this country, unfortunately. Who said the thing about canola oil? Oh, it's too far up. I can't see it anymore. Oh, why do you guys call it canola oil if it's not from Canada? Yeah, I don't know. You seem maybe you need to like look a little bit harder at that word. It's a different word. Prosciutto, goat cheese, and kale. No way, Ford. Post Ford. So, okay, hold on. So on the pizza, because I love those things, but that doesn't seem like a great combination for a pizza. So you're telling me there's a pizza, and then on top of it is prosciutto, goat cheese, and kale. Is goat cheese the only cheese on the pizza, or was it also like a cheese base and then the goat cheese was just like sprinkled on top? Here's what Post Ford has to say about his pizza experience. Softer than I thought possible, and no crisp or even chew. Ooh, sounds like you had a sandwich. Sounds like you had a prosciutto, goat cheese, and kale open-faced sandwich. And for that, I am sorry for you. Here's the thing about goat cheese. It's not good unless there's nuts involved. It's not good unless there's nuts and craisins involved. Sue me. Sue me. The carnivore's dilemma. I like that. Canola oil, very funny. See, if I were more familiar with this soundboard, which again, very weird because this is my soundboard and I've had it for years and I made it actually. If I were more familiar with it and I didn't have a stroke, I would have the perfect drop for that. What's this? I wonder what this one is.
Wipe your ass with them.
Should have known. Should have known. That's for you guys. That applause is for you guys for teaching me about canola oil and also about mushroom foraging. You ever try mature Gouda? I got something to say about that. Gouda is the one cheese I won't hear out. It's not for me. There's something different about Gouda that's just like, it's doing too much. It's doing too much. I don't love the flavor. Sorry. I'm sorry. I think I touched the aux cord in the wrong way. And that's actually an XLR cable and not an aux cord. Okay. Everybody, please let me know what your favorite type of cheese is in the chat. Because Jim is kind of making a case for mature Gouda. I think mine might have to be kind of basic. It's Parmesan. It's, what's the word? Lactose free, I think. So that's one. But oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. I won't touch it anymore. Okay, Jim says that mature Gouda is on another level. Maybe I've only had immature Gouda, and so I don't know what I'm talking about, and I really can't even speak on it, and I really shouldn't weigh in on the issue. Because the Gouda I've had is just like, no. There's like something... I wish I knew more about food chemistry, and I'd be able to explain this better. There's something... This is the only way I know how to explain it. There's something behind about it. It's like behind in my mouth. It's like not here. It's like over there. It's not for me. Extra sharp cheddar, strong choice. Han Peduncton, really strong choice. Really strong choice. Comte, says Lamp. I think Comte is the funkier brie, right? Another strong choice. Wow, we got some classy people in here. Real Parmesan, I agree. It has to be that like DOP Parmesan shit. I agree, post forward. Okay, guys. Now that we've discussed our favorite cheeses, let's do something a little bit more controversial. Let's discuss our favorite political scandals. Okay? Put them in the chat. Put them in the chat. Dead or alive, political scandals. Let's hear it. Cave Age Gruyere. Okay, post forward. Now you're growing on me, because what you were saying earlier about the Gouda, I'm like about. But Gruyere is amazing. I had Gruyere in my Thanksgiving mac and cheese this year. It adds a real depth of flavor. That's the kind of thing I say because I have a refined palate and I'm very mature. It's really good. You're listening to Drawn FM on the radio. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. I wish I knew how to do the voice, which again, very weird because I programmed this whole thing and I should know how to do it all. But here's what I can do is ride in one of those
Uber cars.
Okay. And I can also recognize that
Every single person on this planet is gay.
Okay, guys?
Okay.
Is this a transition to Pizzagate? Funny, I didn't even do that on purpose, but you're right. What do we think about Pizzagate, you guys? Because obviously the ruling elite are a bunch of creepy pedophile weirdos, but on the other hand, I don't think that pizza place was really anything to write home about, that particular pizza place. But there are a lot of very real child trafficking stories that are not funny and horrible, but I don't think that pizza... But I haven't looked into it that much, so you guys tell me. You guys seem like an educated crowd. It's pronounced Howda. No, it's not. Gouda's pronounced Howda? I hate knowing that. I wish you didn't tell me that. I want to unknow that. Lamp says, my sister literally believes this and that there's a list coming out any day. At this point, guys, if he was gonna drain that swamp, it'd be drung. It'd be drowned. It'd be ladroned. Okay? Eddie Daydow. Trump's taking down those child trafficking ruling elites, right? Trust the plan, people. I've been trusting for, what, 2016? I've been trusting for close to a decade now. But that's the thing, you gotta keep the faith. You gotta keep the faith. Does the current UFO craze count as a political thing? I do. Here's my take on that as RM Brown. There's a lot of covert military stuff. You know? A lot of, you know, what would be an unidentified object to me, but probably identified to whatever, you know, agency is throwing it up there. And I do think some sightings by regular people happen. People will see lights and like see something up there. What is that? Okay, obviously it's aliens, right? But it is funny that all of the big stories about UFO sightings and oh, there's aliens or whatever, all happen to come from military or former military sources. Isn't that weird? And isn't it also weird that they're trying to drum up, you know, consent for all these Space Force budgets, right? Seems like a giant boondoggle for more MIC stuff to me. Interesting that all of these like sources about like, oh, why aliens are coming and blah blah blah, we gotta militarize space, we gotta do it, oh, if we don't do it, China's gonna do it, blah. It's always these military sources or former military people, right? Very convenient. And yeah, I think there are a lot of real conspiracies, but that one, I like, maybe there's aliens, fine, but I don't think that you know, these military people know all this stuff about aliens, they just can't tell us. But like, that, don't worry, we definitely gotta like drum up support for a Space Force and get all these satellites into the air, because ultimately people, what is it gonna do? It's just gonna be what militarizing space always is. It's just surveillance, right? And like, obviously there's a lot of money to be made whenever we militarize anything, right? So once we get those satellites up there, we know now we have to defend them, because what if China can... Anyway, my name's RM Brown. If aliens aren't real, how come I cry every time I watch E.T.? It's a great point. Let me think about that. Yeah, that's airtight. Aliens are real. You got me. Intelligent life would give Earth a hard pass. Exactly. And I'm not a space guy. I'm not one of these people, even though the background that I do look like I am in space right now. I haven't looked into that much. I don't think it's that interesting. I think there's a lot of real stuff going on this planet that, you know, we would be better served by focusing on. But if there's intelligent life, it's going to be all the way over there. It's going to be like so far out. It's not going to be like around here, you know? What you're going to do when they come for you? Great question. I'm going to do some of this. This is exactly what I'm going to do. This is going to like kind of stop the aliens dead in their tracks. They're going to be like, huh, we didn't think this through. That's what I'm going to do. That's actually a special frequency that really means something to them. You guys might not get it because you're not like there, you know? I heard Mr. Bean is an alien. That's why he falls from the sky in the opening credits. Is it true? I heard Mr. Bean is alien. That's why he falls from the sky in the opening credits. Is it true? Yes. Yes, it is. The thing about Mr. Bean is that...
It's weird.
Can we get a Mudang update? I thought it was interesting that I think they did this thing with Mudang. This is not like a super update. This is like a few weeks ago at this point, but they had Mudang. They gave him like 2 different bowls of like cabbage or something. I'm definitely butchering the details of the story, but they gave him like 2 bowls of whatever the hell he eats. And one of them was supposed to signify Kamala winning, and the other was supposed to signify Trump winning. And apparently Mudang like called the election for Trump, and then like a bunch of liberals were like, oh, Mudang's canceled now. So that's the only Mudang update that I have for you. Who asked for that? Mudang update. Lamp, sorry, Lamp. Lamp, you're really active, and I like that about you. Dave says, I'm into RM trans. I don't know what you mean. I have always been exactly the way that I am, and I was born this way. Duke Vulture, to protect myself from aliens, I regularly listen. You misspelled regularly there, and you know what? I see you and I hear you, and I relate to that because I am also working with a computer that I'm not used to where the keys are exactly, and so I'm doing a lot of mistakes. To protect myself from aliens, I regularly listen to Slim Whitman. That's a good call. Thoughts on Portlandia? I like it. I think it's funny. I really like the reoccurring like 2 ladies that work at the bookstore bit. That's funny. More RM hand gestures, please. Okay, how about this? Read into that. Okay. Illuminati, if you really think about it. And then we also have this. Okay. Is that enough hand gestures for you? That doesn't work for me either. Greatest political scandal. Ooh, I don't know what you mean. That sounds intriguing, though. Please say more, Spreza. Lamp is switched on. Very good, TK. Very good. Is there an applause? Is there an applause? Don't you think these should be alphabetized? Is there an applause? Please hold for the applause. Can everybody hold for the applause, please? Here we go. TK, this is what you get. Oh, that one's kind of long. Very long. Okay. Very long. It's still going. That's crazy. I'm not touching it. Okay, that was too long. I don't think TK earned that level of applause. But that's what he gets. Guys, ask me serious, deep questions about my inner life as RM Brown. I'll tell you what it's like to be RM Brown. You're welcome, TK. You deserve that. You deserved half of that, frankly. You deserved like 30 seconds of that, and then the rest of it was a little excessive. More RM elbow gestures, please. Oh, okay. Like, what do I usually do? I usually like kind of shift around in the chair like this, and I kind of look to the side. I think the reason I do that is because I have this situation, and I'm like usually like adjusting it, like I'm like stuff like that. Is that good? Is that doing it for you guys? I usually have more vapes. Bring back the beard. What are you talking about? It's right here. You're welcome. Do you love gummy bears? I can take or leave gummy bears. I don't love gelatin-based stuff in general. It like feels, it's like not the vibe for my mouth really. Stroke your beard. You're right. I haven't been stroking my beard as much as I usually do. Let's do some of that. Let's do some of that and then we'll do some of this at the same time. Is this right? Is this good for you guys? RM, was it humbling for Sam Cedar when you graced his show? Yeah, and I think the reason for that is that I'm so much more handsome than he is, that he couldn't handle the pressure. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but he like kind of dealt with that by drinking a lot all night. But you know, give him a break. It's hard to, you can't compare yourself to perfection, you know? Look over the top of your glasses like this. And then I could, how about if I do all three, you guys? Is that even possible? Ready? Stroke the beard and then hit the vape. That's too much. That's way too much. Okay. Hey RM, what would you do to Tim Pool's toilet? What would I do to Tim? I'd probably sniff it.
Sniffing.
Just to like kind of get a sense of his diet. I would give it a good deep clean, like the kind of deep clean you do when you move into a new apartment. Hey RM, are you a loud sleeper? I am indeed. When I'm sleeping, it kind of just sounds like this.
Booty hole waxed down.
That's the kind of thing I say in my sleep.
Booty hole waxed down.
Am I a loud sleeper? Am I a loud sleeper? I'm a proud sleeper. Ever consider that? You gotta squint while you're reading, yeah. And I'll go like, oh, what does this thing say? What is this? What is this thing? Here. You guys give me something long and detailed to read in the chat, and I'll squint and read it, and stroke the beard, and hit the vape, and look over the glasses. Do you, Arun? What's this guy saying? Do you, Arun, feel comfortable identifying with any political movement? I believe you've said maybe democratic socialist in the past, but you seem more like a Marxist communist situationist to me. You hit the nail on the head, Cody Brown. Like, I have nothing to add. 10 out of 10, no notes. Lamp is 100% correct. Okay. Your hair needs to be more curly when you hit the vape and look over the glasses while stroking your beard. Okay. Okay, let's try to do this. Let's try to give the people what they want. We'll curl the hair. Okay. Then we'll hit the vape. Okay. We'll tangle that. And then we'll stroke the beard and look over the glasses. Does that do it for you? Okay. What else? Sour Patch Kids superior to gummy worms. I agree. Here's something about Sour Patch Kids though. Why are they so like you know what I mean? Like why are they so like taffy-y, you know? Anyone have an answer to that? I imagine you doing the Yoko drop and the water dog drops continually as you sleep, then wake up in the middle of the night and say praise God. Wow, are you like in my home? That's exactly what it sounds like when I'm sleeping. Sprezza. Why do you think you can't quit vaping? This is a great question, and this is because I am lesser than. I have no self-control, and I'm a little baby. If I knew where that was, I would hit it, but I don't. But I do know that.
You're terrible
for saying that to me. It's kind of rude to call attention to my vaping habits, because what if this is stopping me from doing something much worse? Have you considered that? And then you shame me for doing this, I go over to the worst thing, and now it's kind of like on you. Like my downfall's on you, and that's all on you, as well as my death and my downfall. We need an update on RM's dating life. My dating life, oof. It's basically just like non-stop this.
I've been in bed with probably 300 women.
Per day.
I've been in bed with probably 300 women.
And some people say that's excessive, but to them, I say, grow up. You know, it's 2024. I can be in bed.
I've been in bed with probably 300 women.
I can be in bed with probably 300 women in a non-monogamous, respectful way. That's very modern and actually very woke. and I don't change the sheets. To answer your question, have you ever had a dream that you could you'd had you would you could you'd do you we you'd want to could you do you want him to do so much you could do anything? I love that clip. That's so funny. If I had the ability to share something, I would play that. It's really funny. You know what I've been really into these days, guys, as RM Brown? I've been really into, you know, that trend of like hopecore videos online where it's like some like inspirational voiceover and it's just like a bunch of very picturesque B-roll with text on top. I've been really into two things. Hopeless core, which is like the same thing but funny, and then almost core, which is that kind of thing where it's like, have you ever blah, blah, blah. It's like someone like is trying to get an inspirational message out and like can't quite, but the music is just as inspirational and the B-roll is just as picturesque. It's really funny. I thought you'd said we'd never break up. I did say that. That's something I said, and I definitely know to what you're referring. But to you, I say, let's keep that private. Okay, that was between you and me, Blair. Let's keep it private. What would Garbage Pail Kids taste like? Is that a reference, or are you just saying kids that live in the garbage? If you clarify your question, I will have an answer, but I want to make sure I'm getting exactly what you're saying. Did you know when you go? Okay, some of these questions, maybe I'm just missing something, but I'm not getting them. Do you have any book suggestions? I'm reading Frankenstein. That's a classic right there, Mary Shelley. Very cool. Here are some book suggestions. Drugs as Weapons Against Us, The 100-Year War or something. Oh my god, this is really funny. I'm noticing now that something that I did that's actually really funny. I labeled this audio track Scarlett Audio Hansen, and I don't remember why I did that, but I find that funny. Another book that I really like is called On Political Equality. Another book that I really like is Whitney Webb's Epstein book, but frankly I haven't gotten, it's like really dense. I've only gotten like a few paragraphs in, and I kind of like take to the beach sometime and I'll like poke around and like, you know, see what's up. Let's see. First, okay, so Han is now explaining the garbage pail thing. He's saying first there were Cabbage Patch Kids, then there were Garbage Pail Kids. Okay, so what would they taste like? Ooh, I mean, they gotta taste like garbage, right? No offense to any raccoons that might be in the chat. Frankenstein's monster just asked for a girlfriend. So relatable. That's funny. That's funny. Keep us updated on, well, is this the first time you're reading the book? I guess would be my question. Like, do you already know what's gonna happen? Do you know what's up? Or are we all kind of on this journey with you for the first time together? Jim says, I don't like this song. Can I change it? I don't like this. This is too much. This is kind of giving Israel right now, this level of EDM. But I don't want to risk messing something up by changing the music, so I'll just leave it. But it's giving I'm on Molly and I love genocide. I asked my girlfriend what her body count was. She told me somewhere between 5 and 75. I told her that means a lot. I mean, if that's really your girlfriend, then you are within your right to ask her why she's being so evasive. I don't think you necessarily have the right to demand the number from her, because maybe she wants to keep that private, but you should have some sort of conversation about why she doesn't want to share it with you, and you can make her feel heard in that regard. But it is funny to say between 5 and 75. So funny points for her there. Where'd you get your rings from? Great question, Scooter. Thank you. Okay. So, it's mirrored, so I have to, okay. So this one is from Essence. This one is from a friend. These two are both literal like engagement rings. Not for me, but I thrifted them from like this vintage flea market from this old lady that sells like a bunch of old nice jewelry. And like for what they are, I paid a great price. Like I didn't pay, you know, diamond ring price. So that's fun. And I guess, yeah, I'm only wearing 4 rings right now, so that's the end of that answer. Garbage Pail Kids come in all shapes and sizes. Okay, thank you for that information. Yeah, I never read it. It's not as spooky as I thought, thankfully. Yeah, I believe that. I believe that the book is more of just like a novel, and the spookiness probably came from the movie version. Because I wonder, tell us, because I remember reading that Frankenstein like in school, you know, in like 7th grade, so I basically didn't read it. And if I did, I don't remember it. But do they describe what the monster looks like in the book? Because what I'm picturing is obviously the movie version, but I wonder if they do a visual description in the book. Please let us know. Certified IDF EDM and it makes me cry. I agree. I totally agree with you. I don't know if you are saying that independently or if you heard what I said, but either way, we're on the same page. You and me, Spreza. You and me, baby. All right. Well, I think I'm going to wind this down. So if you have any last stand deeply personal questions that anyone wants to ask me about my personal life as RM Brown, I will definitely... Oh my God, you guys, it's 11:11. Okay. Well, you're going to have to trust me. There we go. Yeah, it's 11:11. So let's all make a wish. Let's all make a wish together to close out the stream, okay? Pretend the music is different. I'm not going to change it. Just pretend it's more like, ooh, like, you know, that kind of like frequency of calmness and tranquility. Okay, let's all make a wish for 11:11 together. But keep it private. I'm not going to tell you what I'm wishing, and you shouldn't tell me. Imagine it's not IDF EDM right now. Imagine it's something really peaceful. Okay? Everyone's wish is granted. Good job, everybody. This is the worst possible song that could be playing for our wishing. 11:11 is a great song and you should check it out. Okay, I will. Okay, I will. Can you put the name of the artist in there? Because I'm assuming there's going to be multiple results that come up when I search for that. And so if you could clarify which 11:11 you'd like me to check out, I will do that. Can you open the door and ring the doorbell? That door? I don't know if that opens, you guys. I think I'm kind of locked in here. Play 11:11 for the outro. Again, Daniel, I can't. I literally do not want to risk fucking something up by trying to play a song. So why don't you play it in your head? Okay? Alright, love you guys. Good night, guys. You guys are great. See you next time. That's a heart. And for the old people in here, I'll give you this heart.